Hi, my name is Hilda Silken, and I'm the author of Blue Mountain Mist. I am doing another insert today, and this is why I am pushing the Real Evolve. These are just promos, so this is Cluster 3, number 7 that we're working on. When you look at this photo, and by all means, I am not picking on India, Pakistan, or anything like that. I do have Indian children myself. If we look at India, if we look at China, same concept, maybe not on the train, but they're pushing people in, and the United States is equally populated. When we have populations like that, and there's just not enough to get around, we get the unruly behavior. So Bollywood was in bed with the United States, and they were all in love, hence pushing India, completely disregarding women, completely disregarding the Turkic portion. And then they didn't know this information, and they started to scream and yell and cry and embarrass the crap out of themselves. Like I said, they don't know this information, but they're pulling such stunts. So what ends up happening is they got all emotional as they made love to each other. And when you give these people money, like the Orthodox Jews did, all of a sudden it became sweet for them just to steal. That is the honest truth. And now they're going to be adamant that they did not steal, but it is stealing because in 2013, they blocked the courts from Hannah. So that is how it started. If we go back to 2008, 2009, when she did the Ottoman portion of the journal, they also did a lot of stuff. We're not going to get into it, but they're completely disregarding female. And as this female sat in Wolfville for years, no different than Nelson Mandela at that time, as she sat in Wolfville, and she was heavily restricted at that time. In the cluster, they were also not just after her copyright, they were also after her Vatican #2. They were also after the medical chip portion, and they were abusing the crap out of humans. Now, Hannah believes that if she had brought out Kanata means wings and the Ottoman portion, which was the Kanata unravel portion, if she had brought that out and ended it there, it may have been better for humanity in the long run. But she kept generating because she was trying to educate, to teach humans proper. And this is the problem. There is no proper when there's one bread and the train has come in. So we are, again, looking at the United States, looking at China, looking at India, and it's some of the most horrifically sad things in the course of history, that they were able to, no different than in the animal kingdom, bum rush Canada, injure soldiers, injure police, injure citizens, and they're actually okay with it. Because when you're in bed with the military, it's almost like a decoy. You know, it is your asshole or your vagina is used, and you forget the rules of divination. And this is the most saddest thing. So Hannah sat in Wolfville all these years, and to date, even though she requested permission from CSIS in 2008 to release some of this document, CSIS and the Orthodox Jews and the Indians and the Americans, being so hardcore male, they have completely disregarded female, someone who's experienced. It's my favorite saying. It's almost like going to an eye doctor or a dentist and you have a venereal disease. So here was someone experienced who generated all of this, the Sun Collection, and they're refusing to hear out a female. And because they have this little boys club where they oppress and abuse squalor children, and then these children rebel, and you know, it's like too much testosterone in one particular corner. And it cost the United States a lot, it cost Canada a lot. And this is what happens when you throw a piece of bread into this particular communities. And by all means, it's not Indian. I do have Indian children. It's also China. It's also the United States. You get the absolute most horrific behavior in human existence. And this is why Canada is so special, because we are very careful, but these guys are absolutely not. So it's a big, big challenge, because this is the future of Bollywood and Hollywood, as they actually made races go extinct. Now, these are private things, but it's really a horrific look into the future. And it doesn't matter if you give them a bigger country like Canada. In about 40 years, you're gonna get this again. Like, it hasn't resolved any problems whatsoever, and they're actually okay with it. Even though Earth does have an abundance of food, we have very serious environmental issues, and this is the future, and it's not a good thing. So if you are listening, you have completely disrespected women. You are just in your own little worlds, and it's really, really sad. And I want you to really look at the horrific cost of losing races. Like, we've lost a lot of Negroes, we've lost a lot of Pakistanis. Pakistanis are some of the sweetest people. We have lost a lot of Uzbeks and Azeris, and you're trying to screw up Russia to push your position. Like I said, if we give you a country, you haven't resolved the deeper issues of your social behaviors in existence. So this is where I am right now, you know, waiting. It's now, we started the project 2008, 2009 in Canada. This is an ongoing story, but the stunts that were pulled between China, India, and the United States inclusive, with close to 300 million people, it is some of the most horrific things on the face of this earth in terms of civility and existence and proper behavior. So they have very high-powered technology. The brain hasn't reached to that technology to push a little bit of advancement as to listening to a female. So this is where I am right now. This is cluster 3, and it's the story of Hannah and the reason why someone that is Sky Turk has landed on Earth at the same time that an expansion has occurred. In terms of holy, it's to protect any Negroes left. It's to protect any Muslims left in part of C3's history. Thank you, and have a good day.